And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're live at Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. This is the show where we have a variety show. We have lots of guests and so much great stuff here at Tackle Day. So many great people are going to be here, and of course we'll hear from the man Doug Kern, talk about all the big sales going on today. So you stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube and Facebook Live, and of course the Sports Grid Radio Network. And 1090
If you're
AM.
into saltwater fishing, listen to this. Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Hi, this is Doug Kern. We are pulling out all the stops on this one. Over 20 manufacturers reps like Shimano and Power Pro. Check out all the Shimano and Power Pro product we have, like the all-new Talica A Series reel. Backed by popular demand, the Shimano Tranks Casting Contest. Cast a Shimano Tranks 500 and a Shimano Terramar 90H rod and show your surface iron casting skill. You'll see Shimano Terramar is the perfect rod to handle tough fish. The secret is TC4 blank construction. Match your Shimano Terramar rod with the Shimano Tranks 500 reel. Shimano's X-Ship and HEG technologies in the Shimano Tranks combine to provide massive cranking power with a smooth and effortless retrieve. It's our biggest sale of the year, Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Unbelievable pricing on tackle, clothing, and accessories. Saturday, November 2nd.
There are moments that change our perception of what is and isn't possible. Cosmic shifts where the stars align with the earth to alter how we see the world. The release of King Tide is one of those moments. This is the crowning achievement of Costa's 40-year legacy on the water, the culmination of every innovation and lessons learned up until this point. Wins and losses and highs and lows have brought us here to stand witness to a legacy brought to life, to achieve the ultimate potential on the water. Costa King Tide, rule the water.
Been thinking of purchasing a new outboard? Don't delay and purchase a brand new Yamaha outboard and a great deal during Yamaha's Wide Wait for Spring sales event. From now until December 6, 2024, eligible new 25 to 2.5 horsepower outboards come with up to $500 in dealer credit. New Yamaha 450 to 425 horsepower outboards include 7 years of coverage protection, and new 350 to 30 horsepower outboards come with 6 years of coverage protection. No need to delay during Yamaha's Wide Wait for Spring sales event. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Authorized December 6, 2024. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Sport models excluded. New 2.5 to 25 horsepower four-stroke outboards is dealer credit up to $500 based on horsepower towards MSRP value of goods and/or services purchased at the authorized participating dealer that sold the outboard, and no extra cost to consumer. New 425 to 450 horsepower is the 24-month Yamaha extended added 60-month factory limited warranty. New 30 to 350 horsepower is the 36-month Yamaha extended service added to 36-month factory limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealer for detail. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, boy. Here it is, man. It is happening.
Tackle Day today. Consumed your life here for the last couple days?
It's one of those couple days, man. I work with Doug Kern. Like this has been the only thing on our forecast for months. Yeah, we're really pumped up.
It's a big day.
It is.
And it's a beautiful day. A little threat of rain later maybe, but I don't think it's even going to touch that.
Yeah, I mean, so they say. We won't get any precipitation until 5, and this thing wraps up at 3. So we're good to go.
But
knock on wood.
It's the actual kickoff is what time?
Well, and as far as I'm concerned, the actual kickoff is right now because
open.
Let's Talk Hookup is here. Yes, and the store is open, and every single deal that is available on the inside the tackle store is happening right now. All the buy one, get one free on Seaguar fluorocarbon and the buy two on hooks and all that stuff.
Buy two, get one free on Gamakatsu hooks?
Yeah, right now. And like a ton of free goods. But all of that is happening right now. But to answer your question, the outside, all the booths and quote-unquote events event start is at 9 o'clock. So right when we wrap up Let's Talk
seminars and everything.
That's when it starts. Yeah, first seminars are at 9:15. Captain Matt Bralla from the San Diego and 2 fish jigs.
Oh, no way.
Oh, dude, it's going to be so.
That's the first seminar?
Yeah, first one out of the gate. Captain Matt Bralla is going to be talking all about surface iron, and he's part of the company 2 Fish Jigs, and that has been like the hardest lure to get this year. Those guys are a small company, small batch, high quality, and it's really tough to get them. We get a dozen and they sell. We get 2 dozen, they sell. We have several hundred, every size, every color. They made a bunch of like exclusive ones just for Tackle Day, and it's all buy 2 get 1 free.
They made exclusive ones.
Yeah, we have like custom colors and sizes, and they made lures out of brass that they don't normally make. It's just like it's going to be such a rad day.
Bodan's been busy.
He's been busy.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook Live, we have cameraman Tommy P. kind of manning the camera there.
Yeah.
But
he's Tommy P. Man, he's a paparazzi man.
Yeah. But and welcome Mike Lum. But you can see, I think we need levels there. Yeah. So you can see on the camera that it's a buzz here. Things are setting up.
Yeah.
I know Lawrence from Fitchworks is just getting set up there, and we got so much stuff going on here at Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. This morning I saw Captain Brandon Hayward. He was on his way out on the Freeman to go try and catch swordfish, and he'll be in the studio with us tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
talking about the big one that they did catch.
That they hopefully caught.
And how rad has the swordfish season down here been? It's not only been very productive, but the fish are huge this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the number of fish on the positive side of 400 pounds has been wild.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Bigger than what I want to catch.
I'm excited to
I'll
talk
take a
to
nice
Brandon
little
about it tomorrow.
one. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Mike Lum.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, you had quite the morning here. You've been busy.
Been busy, and I got to get off the radio here pretty quick because I want to go in the store and shop.
Oh, you're going on the Royal Polaris.
I am on Thursday on a Harold Davis 10
this
day.
Thursday.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Holy mackerel.
I just haven't had time to prepare for it, so
yeah, you better get in that
good
store.
Opportunity today.
Yeah, take advantage. What are you going to buy?
Well, some of those jigs sound like a good deal.
Yeah. I mean, they're biting jigs, that's for sure.
Well, it's going to be tough for Mike because those guys have had such good wahoo fishing on this trip and past, and there is very good wahoo fishing to be had, and I know that's something like. But that big fish started biting this week. Big news.
Yeah,
there's been multiple big ones. I know the Shogun had a 315 a couple of days ago. I think the XL's got a 298 and a 350 and a bunch of big cows to go with it. So we're seeing the first round of that lower banks giant, cowl-sized tuna biting. And
you want to catch a giant, Mike?
A giant. I want to catch it. I want to let it go at the boat. I don't. I like pulling on them, but after that, what am I going to do with 350 pounds of tuna?
Yeah. Well, but your Ron Lane last week just came off our Let's Talk Hookup Shogun trip, and I mean it was all you wanted on 40 to 80 pounders.
I'm coming armed with a lot of circle hooks.
A lot of circle hooks. Yeah.
I plan on releasing.
Buy 2 get 1 free.
I heard.
1 free. Is that right, Ricky?
Yes,
buy 2 get 1 free.
All hooks. Buy 2 get 1 free. Whatever you like. If you're a Gamakatsu man and you really want to get some Nautilus circle hooks for live bait, but you also want to get some Octopus 4X for swapping out your wahoo jigs or sea bass fishing, mix and match, all good, all hooks, buy 2 get 1 free. Whatever your brand, whatever your style, whatever your size, you can mix and match. If you like this manufacturer for this and that manufacturer for that, whatever, buy 2 get 1 free.
And so that sale goes on now until 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
3 o'clock it's over.
Till the end of the day on the inside of the shop, which is 6:30. Outside's 3 o'clock.
Yeah. So, Mike, what's happening with Rollo?
We got a lot of cool things going on. We're at the point with the organization that we're taking. The request we're getting for trips is greater than the amount of money that we raise. So we're trying to shift gears here and come up with some additional ways to raise some more money so we can take even more kids fishing. And so we're doing the Pick-a-Box here. This is the only event we do Pick-a-Box at. And it started, I don't know how long ago, a dozen years ago, just kind of like a little whim that, just an idea we came up with, and it has grown to a very, very substantial day for us. So what we're doing today is we're selling and kicking off our 2025 Grand Raffle ticket sales here. First time we've offered them for sale. In fact, they just got out of the printer this week. So we've got approximately approximately $30,000 worth of prizes we're going to be giving away in April. And between now and April, we're going to be selling as many of these raffle tickets as we can. Right now,
and that starts today.
Yeah, it starts today.
And give us an example of some of the prizes.
Well, we've got. I didn't think to. I can't see it from here, Pete. Sorry. We've got trips. We got Royal Polaris long range trips. We've got all kinds of tackle. We've got a lot of great merchandise. People are going to win.
I know every year it's been spectacular.
And of course, backed by popular demand, $2,000 worth of gas at Summit.
Gas. That was such a cool prize.
That's always like the last 2 years we've done that. That's all.
And then all the ice you want too.
All the ice. Yeah, absolutely. So we're kicking that off today. Those tickets are $10 a piece. So what we're doing is, if you buy 3 of those, $30, you not only get those 3 entries into the drawing, but you're going to get to pick a box. And so there's a utility box over there. There's several. You pick the number you want. They pull it down. Inside's an index card that's got prizes on it. Whatever's on the card, you win. So you get the $30 worth of raffle tickets, you get the utility box, and then you get whatever's listed on the card inside. And then they go up. We have a $30 one. We have a $60 one. We have a $100 one. We have a $150 one. We have a $500 one.
Wow.
Now, in the case of the $500, we only have 4 of those, and they are 75-quart Canyon coolers. So the cooler alone is worth about $350 bucks.
Exactly.
So for $500, you get a $350 cooler. You get what would that be? 50 of the grand raffle tickets. It's $500 worth of tickets.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And then whatever, if there's anything inside on that card, you win that as well. So
which there's stuff inside.
Well, all kinds of stuff. We got line, pliers, knives. We got a lot of Kershaw knives being given away. We got some rod and reel combos, all kinds of stuff. But that's totally at random.
You must know the rep or something.
I do. The Kershaw rep is really a nice guy.
Yeah, he's really
the nicest guy.
Yeah. So there's only 3 of those available.
There's 4 of the $500 ones.
Okay.
We have one $2,000 one. We had 2. We sold one last week.
Oh, wow.
In fact, right after I got off the show last Saturday, I got a call that said, hey, I want that $2,000 bag. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to hold it. And so that one's been sold.
So they get 200 tickets.
They get 240 tickets because we're giving them 40 bonus tickets on that one.
On that one, wow.
240 tickets plus a OPA fish kill bag and a bunch of stuff inside. So a super deal. We have one.
Do we get to say who bought the first one?
Well, I don't know that he would want me to.
Okay,
actually.
then let's not.
I'm going to say I'm not going to tell you. It's a guy from the industry who called me instantly after I got off the radio and said, I want that box.
As soon as he heard there was a $2,000 bag option, I'll take that. Give me that thing.
Exactly.
Because he knows what a great deal is. But so anywhere from $10, buy 3 $10 tickets, 30, and all the way up to $2,000.
Right.
And kind of everything in between.
Right. Most of the guys are going to be, we're going to sell a lot of $150 ones today. Yeah. We have a $150 one. It's an AO cooler, or we've got a couple other items you can choose from if you don't want the AO cooler, or if we run out.
Yeah.
So it's a popular day. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to donate to the cause, and know that every dollar we raise is going to put more kids on their first ocean fishing trip, which is why we do this. In addition to that, you guys, Ricky, are doing your annual Rollo raffle, which is super popular.
Mrs. Maxa is kind of heading that whole thing right next door here to our live broadcast.
Yeah, both the boys are with grandmas today, and Dallas and I are working away. But they have, just like Mike said, it's going to be a huge raffle this year.
Yeah.
Virtually the only requirement that Doug has of all of the vendors here is every vendor that displays, one of the only requirements is that they provide a prize to the big raffle, and then the money that we raise goes to Friends of Rollo at the end of the day today, and we have a ton of good stuff. So something from all of our vendors, but then some of the big ones.
So that's a separate raffle.
Yeah, that's just a different.
Today's raffle.
This is just a fun tackle day. Mike puts on the Pick a Box, which is our most popular draw down here, but we spend a bunch of time calling all of our friends and partners in our industry and just say, hey man, we want to have a huge raffle. We want it to be a fun thing. The tickets are very inexpensive. expensive. And in between the rounds of seminars, we raffle away a bunch of good stuff. And we have some unreal prizes this year. Lori from the American Angler gave us a 2-day trip on the Angler to give away. We have a 2-day trip on the Pacific Dawn, $300 gift certificates to the Royal Polaris, to the Shogun, to the Polaris Supreme. I mean, like, really,
and that's all
really
from
good stuff.
buying the raffle tickets at the table
from Dallas, yeah,
right
from Dallas
there.
to the girls.
And then that stuff gets all given away today.
Correct, yeah. 2 completely separate things. The money's going to the same spot, but two separate things. It'll be very obvious when you get here. Captain Rollo's has the 2 big easy ups in the trailer. You can't miss it. The raffle tickets will be right next to the Fisherman's Landing booth for our little raffle. It'll be very obvious when you get here, but the end result is lots of cool stuff to win, and all the money's just going to take kids fishing.
Wow, and then that's the whole idea. And like Mike said, because of the cost of taking kids fishing these days has doubled, literally doubled. We need all the money we can get to take kids fishing.
I want to mention something, Pete. We had it started a few years ago. We had charter masters, guys doing long range trips and organizing their guys. And a few years ago, one of the guys came up to me and said, "Hey, he was on the Harold Davis trip is what happened. And we did a raffle on the boat for Rollo. And he said, I want to do that. I want to get involved and do that. I said, okay, fine. So what kind of trip do you do? He said, we do a trip, an 8-day on the XL. Okay, fine. So when the time came, I worked with him, and we decided what prizes we were going to make available for his trip. Long story short, that very first year, that guy raised $6,000 on that trip and wrote us a check for $6,000.
Wow.
And so his first thing he said was, I was so appreciative. He said, no. He said, I'm glad to do it, but we'll do better next year. And I said, well, okay, that'd be great. Well, the next year he did $10,000. And this year, 2024, he handed us a check for over $14,000.
Come on.
$14,000.
From that raffle on the boat.
Yeah, because his guys knew at that point that the raffle was going to occur. So they just kind of made, they wanted to make a donation to us, so they did it through him.
That's great.
We raised $14,000. He raised $14,000. And at roughly $70 per kid, just do the math, and you can see how many additional kids that he enabled to get on a boat. And I encourage anybody that's doing charters, multi-day charters, if you have an interest in talking about that, please contact me. I will work with you. I will make it as easy as possible for you, and it's a great way to raise money to get more kids on the water.
Yeah, if you're doing a charter and you're gonna try to raise money that way, same deal, man. You can see us. We'll help get you some tackle. We'll help get you some prizes at the tackle store too. Like, that is such a cool thing for those guys to do. I love that. And there's a lot of charter masters that have a good group that know the same thing. Hey, I got a bunch of buds. We got a construction company. A lot of guys probably like to do that happening. We'll help. I'd be happy to help assist, get you some good stuff so that you can raffle off and hopefully raise a bunch of money.
Yeah, it's really a great way to go. And the guys like winning the prizes. They like making the donation, and it just kind of nudges them in that direction. And the generosity, it just blows me away. I mean, we've had guys on those boats that go, here, and they write you a check for $2,500.
That's so cool.
Nice. Now, am I correct? This trip you're going on the Royal Polaris on Thursday is the Harold Davis trip?
It is.
And you're hosting it.
Davis Boats trip.
Davis Boats.
Harold
You're the host.
Right. Harold is not going to be able to make it. And so I'm going to take his spot in this. And I have put together a really nice Rollo promotion for the boat. We've done it every year.
I bet you have.
and so hopefully the guys come and we have a great time. Obviously, the fishing is great. We're looking forward to it. And
you're going to get them.
So
you're going to catch a lot.
Yeah. So
you're going to have a big processing bill.
Yeah, I've already figured that out. I thought I had budgeted for that, but I'm thinking I didn't budget enough.
Yeah. Everybody thought they budgeted until this whole year had wide open, 50-pound yellowfins for everybody, and it takes one day to fill your limit of those things, and then all of a sudden that processing budget goes right out the window.
A couple years ago, when Harold asked me to go on this trip, I came home and I went straight as soon as I dropped the fish. Well, the fish went from the boat on the Royal Polaris. The fish go straight to Fisherman's processing if you want them to, and so I didn't actually have to deal with my fish for a couple days, and I went straight home and I bought a new freezer because I knew I did not have enough room.
That's funny.
That's cool. Well, Mike, great to have you. Thanks to you, Tim Baker, of course, Wayne from CCA's over there helping
Wayne's
out
helping
too.
us, yes.
Yeah, and so...
And Chris Stanley is over there. Chris Stanley is an all-star with taking kids fishing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's a teacher, right?
He is. He is. And he has been taking kids on Rollo trips for, I think, 19 consecutive years.
That's so rad.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yep.
So good luck with the event today. Go by, give generously over at the Rollo table there. Pick a box.
Yeah, pick a lucky box.
And then
you buy a raffle ticket, you're getting your pick a box for free.
Yeah. So, and the raffle ticket is good for the raffle that's going to happen next April.
Yeah, it's going to happen at Day at the Docks. Yeah. We'll do it live right here.
Yeah, which is going to be right here at Fisherman's Landing. Yeah. All right. Fantastic, Mike. Thanks,
Mike.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that very much. And Dan, come on over, Dan. CCA Dan is here. And look, Ricky just got breakfast from his lovely wife. Very
Thanks,
nice.
Dallas.
And Dan, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
All right.
Thank you for allowing me to come here and speak to you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
I'm in the San Diego chapter of CCA, and our president, David Chavez, is wandering around here somewhere. He'll probably stop by as well, but I have something real special to announce today. Our Apps and Taps fundraising event will be May 17th, which happens to be my birthday weekend.
Hey,
all right.
Yeah. That's a fun event, too.
There's David.
There he is.
Hey, go ahead and sit down, David, and grab one of those mics. Yeah.
So Captain Dan's Pizza will be back there again.
All right.
So we'll be making pineapple pizza against my better judgment. but what I'm here
That's Frank's favorite, right?
Oh, yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
What I'm here to announce, and David will talk more about some other CCA stuff, but the San Diego chapter has what's called the Beacon Award, and this will be the third annual Beacon Award. The first one was Art Taylor from The Searcher. The second one was Frank Lopresti from his organization. And the Beacon Award highlights somebody that has really put a lot of time, effort, and benefited the fishing industry. And so it doesn't always have to be a boat skipper. It can be someone that has really made a difference in the sport fishing business. And so this year, I'm happy to announce that our recipient of the 2025 Beacon Award will be none other than Pete Gray.
Hey, all right. Awesome. Very well deserved.
I'm not worthy.
Very worthy. Yes, you are. You've done so much, and just on a personal basis from myself, I learned about Rancho Leonero from you, and I, along with other things, sponsors and guests. But I went to Rancho Leonero. I've been there 26 times.
Wow. And 26 times. Is that all?
Yeah. It started out when I was first time to shoot a fishing show with Bill Reckler that we had on TV for a while, but then I went back for years and years and years.
But well, you can relive that Rancho Leonero experience because John Ireland is actually coming out of retirement for a day on Let's Talk Hookup. I believe it's on November 17th.
Cool.
So just a couple weeks away. John's going to come into the studio and talk about the good old days at Rancho Leonero.
It was fun, but that's just an example. Yeah, just an example of your influence on people. On me, it was I'm going to go there, and of course the Shimano equipment that I've got and all the other things. But I learned so much, and I've been a boat captain since 1976, but I haven't stopped learning. I'm still learning.
Well, I feel like Ricky should be a co-recipient of that award because he's been part of that whole process for 30 years, something like that. Yeah. So, but I'm honored. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, David.
Pete, but this is all about you. This is your shine. This is your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've earned it. You've been a teacher, a preacher, and you've done so much for the community.
I'm honored and appreciate it very much. So the event is going to be when?
May 17th, 2025, over at Cuervo Basin, where we were last year. And Arnie Seiko is supposed to be here to make this announcement, but he's got logistics complications at work, so he had to do that. So I'm the stand-in stunt double.
That's
good job.
You and David, So, and well, thank you. I'm excited.
Congrats,
about that.
Pete. You earned it. That's awesome news.
And David, events coming up with the San Diego chapter.
Right. So that's just one of them. Thank you, Dan. We're out here to give some information, save the dates, and we'll continue to announce announce the information as it comes up and we get closer to those dates. January 16th, it's a Thursday. We're looking at planning an Anglers Night Out. The first one's for CCA, starting with the San Diego chapter. We're going to be looking at doing it up in North County this time at one of our new collaborations, partnerships, sponsorships with Calafino Tequila.
Very nice.
I'm not going to really throw everything out there. That's what we have going on, but it's going to be very exciting. We're going to have food, drinks, and some very exciting guest speakers that we're looking to have.
Wow.
In years past, it's always been an awesome event.
We always have awesome events, yeah. So we're looking forward to it. Just a little heads up again. Save the dates, open your phones, pull out your calendars, and January 16th, again, English Night Out. It'll be from about 4 to 8 p.m. And then again, as Dan spoke to, we're going to have our annual Apps and Taps event, May 17th. Yeah, that'll run from...
And that'll be at Portuguese Hall?
No, we're moved it back over to Marina Village.
Oh, that's right, Marina Village, yeah.
Marina Village is working on the contract right now. We're hoping to lock all that in and get everything going. Right. So a lot of logistics. But
we'll keep you posted here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Absolutely. You guys are great supporters of CCA. Yeah. We appreciate everything you, Ricky, and Corey do for us.
And what we really appreciate what you and Dan and all the people involved with CCA. It's such a dedicated group of not only the San Diego chapter, but we're going to hear later from Robbie Gant, who's head of the L.A. chapter, about all the guys in the L.A. chapter and the Orange County chapter, the Inland Empire chapter. That's what makes CCA.
Yeah, shout out to all the chapters and the local chapters in the state.
And that's what keeps us fishing.
Great group of volunteers. I was just up at the Orange County golf tournament that they had. That's their banquet, essentially. Yeah. You know, but great event.
Did you play golf?
I was actually manning a hole. So I was sponsoring a hole and selling cigars, serving Calafino tequila.
Sweet.
Delicious stuff. So we had a really good time out there. It was fun.
That sounds great.
That's cool.
David, Dan, thank you. I'm honored. Thank you very much for that Beacon Award honor in May 17th. And look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks
you guys.
for coming by. All right.
Fun. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. This is such a fun show because it's just like this. There's so many people here setting up fun guests. Going to be a lot of fun. We'll be taking your calls, reading your texts, so much great stuff. If you want to participate with Let's Talk Hookup this morning, the best way to do it is just to give us a call on the phones. It's 213-432-1090. Again, 213-432-1090 is how you reach us on the phones. Or, so popular, send us a text on that Let's Talk Hookup app. It's the only way that you can text into the show is through the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's a free download, and make sure that you include your contact information when you send a text, because if you win the end of the you win a prize today,
it's Step Up the Mic prize.
That's it, yeah. So and that brings us to the big one. If you're here at Tackle Day, see Gary here, step up to the mic. One lucky person who steps up to the microphone, ask a question today on Let's Talk Hookup, is going to win a $300 gift certificate to Costa Sunglasses.
Yeah.
What a cool prize that is. So, yeah, if you want to ask a question today, just see Gary, get your name in the hat, and we'll get you up here on the stand-up mic. Again, $300 gift certificate for one lucky stand-up mic participant here live at Tackle Day. Is going to be a lot of fun, and we want to have you join us. Come on down to Fisherman's Landing here. Great time, great sales, and things are getting rolling here. When we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network.
Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises, and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost. But not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me. Book your trip to Kingfisher Charters, and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, and it's our largest sale ever. Plenty of seminars by saltwater experts, over 20 reps from tackle manufacturers like Shimano. Come check out the new Shimano Talica A, the pinnacle of lever drag 2-speed reels. The Talica features Shimano's Hagani body to prevent misalignment of moving parts under the heaviest loads. When throwing jigs, the Shimano Trinidad is your top choice. For the best ever tackle bargains, check out Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And at your San Diego County Ford dealers, you can find yours with the Ford F-150. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, the power to choose between gas, hybrid, or all-electric is yours. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers, they'll be glad to hook you up.
The lighter the bite and the cleaner the water means one thing. Need a thinner leader, more natural presentations. That's where Seaguar Gold Label leader material shines. It's Seaguar's thinnest leader material yet. That means it's even less visible underwater and creates more natural presentations for better catch rates on leader-shy fish. With exceptional knot and tinsel strength, this advanced leader material is now available from 2-pound tests for fishing trout in the Sierra to 80-pound tests for big yellowfin in Guadalupe. Get Seaguar Gold Label at your favorite tackle dealer or learn more at seaguar.com.
Whether you're boating, floating, paddling, fishing, or just chilling, remember a good day on the water always starts with everyone wearing life jackets. Save the ones you love. Life jackets save lives. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Again, we're live here at Tackle Day and Fisherman's Landing. This is the part of the morning that always cracks me up. You know, the event doesn't start, finger quotes, until 9 o'clock. Yeah. But if you look around right now, it's game
happening.
on.
Yeah,
it's
and
fully
if you're
happening.
watching us on Facebook or YouTube Live, we have a live camera here. And
that's Rick Carr driving by.
That's Rick Carr driving by. And it's F-150, and it's Ford F-150, I might add. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers. They have a lot of good stuff right now. The cars kind of move out, in and out here, and then the actual event kicks off right at 9 o'clock, right, Doug?
Well, yeah, so the way that it works, 6 o'clock in the morning we opened up, and the deal seekers flooded in the store for the rods and reels and the first run merchandise, and then the little buzz starts happening in the parking lot. We're setting up our booth, and that's like the mega closeout stuff, the yellow tag deals and all that kind of stuff.
That's the outside booth that we're looking at right here. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube Live, it's
right across the aisle from the Let's Talk Hookup.
From where we're sitting right here.
And then it's just the who's who of saltwater vendors and reps and friends coming in the parking lot. And, if you could have a time lapse, it would just be so cool to see the cars coming in, the booths coming up, cars going out, and then everybody standing around eating donuts and drinking coffee and waiting for the big rush. And as you say, there's always early in the morning, little groups starting to form out in the parking lot and already talking to some of the reps and going in the store, and then officially we open at 9 o'clock outside. But I always tell the vendors, let's be in place, cars parked by 8 o'clock, because we've got the Let's Talk Hookup starting at 7. People come down early to see what's going on, and this early in the morning,
it's a buzz.
Sun's rising. I mean, it's just an absolute great vibe down here right now.
Yeah. And who's this guy sitting next to you?
Well, interestingly, if we could put,
he wears a lot of hats.
If we could put
he actually never wears a hat.
Never messes his hair up.
Yeah, exactly. His hair's too good.
If we could put Frank Lopresti next to the three of us, so we've got Rick, Brandon, and myself, you would have the ownership of Fisherman's Landing Tackle all in a row.
The whole thing here.
Brandon got his first, dipped his toe in the water and got his shares this year. And as you say, he's
an owner.
He's an owner
along with Ricky
Tackle.
And you.
And he's got other things going on. So the 2 fish jigs, you guys know about that. And something I'm actually really excited this year that we've never been able to have before. For some reason, the jig companies have never been down here, but we have 2 key jig companies, 2 fish jigs. We've got JRI down here this year, and that's real special to have the jig companies. Those are 2 of the top iron companies in Southern California. And Brandon was just telling us that Bodan, he's kind of a free spirit, and he printed a bunch of T-shirts, and so usually it'd be, you buy $50 or $100 worth of something, you get a T-shirt. If you buy a 2-fish jig, you get a T-shirt.
So what's the story on that, Brandon?
So a T-shirt might be worth more than the jig.
Yeah. I'd like to say I'm just honored to be sat here amongst you guys. I'm honored to be part of the ownership team with Doug and Rick and Frank.
And you're also a co-host with Let's Talk Hookup on occasion.
On occasion,
you got a lot going on.
All of the be above is an honor, and I'm so excited to be here. We're already cranking busy in the shop. I didn't know. Doug is correct. Bodan is a free spirit, and I did not know that he had a tremendous amount of T-shirts made. So much so that if you buy a single two-fish jig here at the show, you get a free T-shirt. All you got to do is go talk to Bodan, and he'll hook you up. It's the best promotion I could have thought of.
Okay, for those watching on YouTube and Facebook Live, where is Bodan? Point.
Well, he's going to be right across from the Fisherman's Landing Tackle Shop front door, and right next to the Fisherman's Landing Tackle Shop booth.
Okay, so he'll be next to AFCO?
He will be next to AFCO.
Next to AFCO, okay, because we're looking at AFCO there.
Sandwiched in between
right here.
Owner and AFCO.
Owner and AFCO, the greatness that both are.
Okay, all right.
The thing that cracks me up is we, and I mean this in the best way, we struggle to have two-fish jigs all year long. They're a small company, big time on quality, small batch. It's not this mega production from overseas where we get shipped pallets and 1,000 jigs at a time. It's three guys that make these high-end lures, so we don't get huge quantities. We have more today than we have ever had. We probably have more lures for today than we have had in our history of selling two-fish jigs.
100%. A larger supply than we had at the PCS show previously. Bodan is a giant Keebler elf, and he's been working hard for the last several months to get a nice display going, and it's the largest volume anywhere ever.
So are there new ones? I mean, somebody was alluding to some new ones.
There's new jigs. Well, the one that is exclusive for today, which for Tackle Day, is the brass CNC LJ. So it's a CNC machined lure made of brass, and it's our kind of popular lure, which is the LJ, which stands for La Jolla. It's probably the heaviest small yo-yo. No, it is. I'm not going to say probably. It is the heaviest small yo-yo jig on the market. We've used it down in Bahia de Los Angeles. Matt Bralla has been using it on the San Diego, and it's terribly effective. It's a small, ultra-heavy lure.
What's cool about it is most yo-yo jigs are very common to be a smooth-sided, not really worry about how the lure shapes or anything like that. You just get it down, you wind it back up. They took one of their better surface iron, good edge, good hip designs, then had a computer cut that thing out in CNC, but did it out of a block of brass. So you have a really heavy lure that sinks real fast, that also swims and kicks like a good surface iron does.
Wow.
It's a really cool one.
It's very reminiscent of the tungsten jigs that have become so popular, where if you have current, if you have wind, if you're on a sport boat and the first guy down gets the bite, you want to be the first guy down, but yet the shape of the jig is not so fat that it's going to be hard to turn the handle. You're going to be able to scream that thing. I think that jig could end up being a Wahoo jig someday in the right colors with a single hook on there.
Really?
Yeah, I agree.
And the deal, Doug, today is what on jigs?
So on all jigs, buy two jigs at the regular price. You get a third one free. It equates to 33% off. We have a lot of jigs that are a better discount than that, maybe say 50%. So you don't get the free jig, but you get 50% off. And most of those are going to be outside in the booth. But same thing with the hooks. Buy two, get a third one free. I mean, you go right down the list. We've got the two name brands, fluorocarbon. You've got the AFCO Psycho and the Seagar. Up to 80-pound test, buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, so all these get one free things, you just go right down the list. It's all the key stuff that you're going to need. If you're planning a trip down to LA Bay this spring, load up on your jigs. I mean, if you know you're going to fish a certain thing this summer, load up on your hooks and your jig.
And you get a free T-shirt at
and get a free T-shirt.
And the cool thing about that one too is it's mix and match is no problem. If you want a CNC 240, my favorite surface iron that Two Fish makes, and then you also want to get a sand cast, and you also want to buy a gig or whatever, you can mix and match. You don't have to buy all of them. You don't have to buy all the same thing.
Yeah.
Buy a yo-yo jig, buy a surface iron.
If you're even mildly interested in sport fishing, which I would imagine if you're listening to the radio show, you are,
or you're coming to Tackle
Get
Day,
down here. It's the best day. It is the best day to stock up. It is the best day to get a deal. Come on down.
Well, you're going to get the advice from the guys that literally, I don't know where they find the time to fish because they're.
So who's go on the list, Doug? Who's here? I mean, I'm looking. Looking at AFCO. We're looking, of course, Two Fish.
Well, first of all, we've got Rollo down here doing promotions, and then Salty Crew and Penn and Seagar and Costa, Owner. I mean, I'm going to forget some. AFCO, Gamakatsu, Shimano, Power Pro. We've got Maxell Reels, Izerline, Fishworks, Accurate, Daiwa, Olakai. I know I'm going to forget somebody.
I'll tell you one that we're really excited to have that's tough to get is the guys from West Coast Jiggers.
Right.
That's like one of the ultra popular, and those guys are really pushing the envelope
Brian here this morning
and pioneering that vertical style of jig fishing.
He's doing a seminar later. Right?
Yeah, they're going to be the second seminar of the day. It's just going to be it's a rad day. A rad day, lots of sales. We're really pumped about it.
The San Diego anglers are over there setting up, and we've got the most beautiful, gorgeous morning to start the casting contest. We've got a high tide, so the entire lane is full, and by the time you get down to 2 o'clock, you're going to be casting. A little errant cast is going to go in the mud.
Yeah. So explain that. So it's the Shimano casting contest going on the dock at Fisherman's Landing.
Yeah, and it's surface iron. So it's a.
Is it a 2-fish jig?
No, we make up special jigs with padding so that when
the cast gets away from somebody a little bit, we take a precaution.
This is the Pete Gray jig because your boat is right in the firing line. We don't want to break your window.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes. Probably should have moved the boat.
Yeah, I was thinking that as we were discussing.
That right after.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe
to the drama.
This year is the best giveaway that I believe we've ever done for the casting contest.
Well, so the first prize you get a Tranks 500 reel. Second prize, yes, and
you keep leaving out one of the coolest things.
It is, and I'm just not used to it. But the Jig Chuckers trip that's going to happen later this year, and this is like an exclusive who's who invite only. You're going to get an invite to go on that trip with like the surface iron gurus of the last 40, 50 years in San Diego.
How cool is Brandon Hayward put that Jig Chuckers ball together on the San Diego and invited all of the guys, new school and old school, and Michael Folks did that awesome production on it, and you got to see the guys on the San Diego and the Brian Kiyoharas and Alan Fays, but also like the young Matt Brawlas and Taros and like the young hot shots and all of the guys all about surface iron fishing. And the winner of today's casting contest is going to get an exclusive VIP ticket to go on that trip. And you're going to get to rub shoulders with the best of the best of surface iron fishing. And more details will come out about the trip as we go. I'm sure we'll get to talk to Brandon Hayward about it tomorrow.
And how much does it cost to get into the casting contest, Doug?
So the casting contest is free. You do a practice cast, then you get 2 casts that count. They take your furthest cast. That's the one that counts for the contest. Okay. Then if you didn't feel like you did your best, you can go to the back of the line, make a $10 donation to Rollo, and do that 2 more times. So you can have a total of 3 rounds to get your best cast. So you'll get 6 casts. It'll cost you $20 if you want to do the second and third round. But everybody can do it for free. We have a ladies division. We have a 14 and under juniors division. We have Terramar rods being given away. Third prize is kind of cool. All the boys in the shop went on the wall, the jig wall, and everybody picked out their favorite swimming jig, and you get a 6-pack of hand-picked jigs from our wall.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And everybody was going through, looking at the hips, and
so these are real deal jigs.
And, one of our guys actually took some down on the dock and swam them, so at least one good swimmer in there.
That's cool.
And one of our guys owns a jig company, so I guess I can bet you'd imagine what his pick was.
For the record, I picked a JJ 2-fish jig.
Okay.
Yeah.
A JJ.
Uh-huh.
Right. As you should have. Best in the box.
And you're not prejudiced at all. No. But I can say this, those things get bit.
Oh, they do.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. Well, as you can hear, again, just a great show. So much great info and so much more to come. You stay tuned. We're going to be talking deals, talking fun, and talking more with you. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice. We are here on 1090, on the Let's Talk Hookup app, and on that Sports Grid Radio Network.
The fish are biting and it's time to go. Hi, this is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, or maybe in front of the shop on my kayak. It doesn't matter if you are out there on a kayak with me, on your boat, headed out on a sport boat. Dana Landing has has everything you need. We call it the one-stop shop for a great day on the water because it truly is. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. Our tackle shop, headed by John, is certainly one of the best. For freshwater tackle, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. These guys have the best rods and reels and the hottest lures and live bait. Our newest shop is Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle with a great stock of both fresh and saltwater tackle right in the heart of Lemon Grove. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, 94 to Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
Here from Shimano, and I got to tell you, Tackle Day is the place to be if you want Shimano today, because there is the deal of the century going on while supplies last on Talica reels. Yes, Talica reels from Shimano.
It's our biggest deal for sure at Tackle Days, and the biggest thing that we do to make this day special, Talica went through the new generation. We talk about the brand new Talica A, 20s and 25s. We've been talking about the whole show. As soon as they made that call to make the switch, we saved every single reel that we had. Probably a foolish decision. We could have sold all of those all year long, but we knew we wanted to make a splash for Tackle Day. So for today only, you can come down, get a first-generation Talica 20 or 25 at 20% off the normal cost, and we'll fill the reel full of Spectra of your choice.
Wait a minute.
If you like Depth Hunter Offshore, if you like Hollow Ace, if you want traditional Power Pro, whatever you want, any type of Spectra.
That's got to be $150 value just in the line?
If you buy one of these reels, you're going to get a total savings, like depending on what line you choose, as much as $300.
$300. So you get 20% off the reel, and you get the free fill of your Power Pro of the choice.
Your choice, whatever you want. If you're a hollow guy, you're a solid guy, you want multicolor, there's no limitations to it. We don't you can only get this. We got some off-brand. It's legit the best there is. And discounts off of every other great reel
every
out
other
there.
Shimano reel.
Well, you said that.
All right, it never happens. Get down to Tackle Day today and grab up on the Shimano deals.
Get ready for the largest event in our history. Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We'll have great savings from Daiwa on Saltist, Saltiga, and the entire electric reel lineup. A fantastic offer on the Proteus rod and SK jigs, too. Over 20 manufacturers reps, including Daiwa. Plenty of seminars, saltwater experts, huge raffle, and most of all, incredible deals on tackle. Up to 60% off. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Season Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-styled metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on AFCO.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm having a great time here again.
Busy here.
Yeah, you're not getting to live at Tackle Days. And again, this is the part I always say that cracks me up. The 9 o'clock event is already cranking right now.
Yeah, it's cranking.
And we think it's busy out here. I just stepped inside. There's a line of guys buying those Talicas.
Ron's even buying stuff.
Hey,
you can see him on the Facebook Live camera.
What are we getting?
What'd you buy, Ron?
It looks like a jig.
There's a
Did you get your free T-shirt yet?
Yeah,
what?
Right over there.
Yeah, right over there. Get your free T-shirt. Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Yeah. So
those are kayak-friendly T-shirts.
You can see it's the who's of fishing right here.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. So Doug Hearn's with us, and Rick from Gamakatsu is here. Good morning, Rick.
Hey, Rick. Hey, good morning, guys.
So you just brought us one of the greatest inventions that Gamakatsu's ever had, and I'm going to show it. It's the Gamakatsu ceramic braid scissors, right? Tell us about those.
Well, it's new this year. They introduced it at ICAST, and it really cuts braid well.
Really well.
Really
I can attest. Really well. And it doesn't rust.
No, it doesn't rust.
Yeah.
It's a great tool. I've actually got one in the booth with some braid, so people can try it, cut it.
Sweet.
And we're gonna.
There's Captain Frank Lopresti right there too. Look at that.
Hey, look at that.
Smile for the camera, Frank. And so is there a deal on these today?
Actually, no.
Okay.
We we're a little late getting it in, so it'll probably be added after this. But I do have a few pair.
Okay.
And if somebody's interested in it, I can walk them over to the Fisherman's Landing booth, and we could sell it right there.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
But you have a deal going on Gamakatsu too.
We do.
We
do.
A sick one. Check this out.
So Doug's doing buy two get one free on hooks, and then if they on a $25 purchase, close to $25 purchase, they come out to my booth. I give them this nice hook box,
which is a great hook box.
That's right. Sign up for the newsletter. I've got a free gift for them, and then also we're going into the GS 3000 box is full of stuff, and we're going to have a raffle.
Wow!
So when they come over, whether they sign up for the newsletter or come over with their to pick up their little tackle box, we'll go ahead and put them in the drawing, and then when Ricky does the raffle this afternoon, it will raffle that off.
That's pretty cool.
So $25.
Hey Frank, now don't go away. You got to step up the mic and talk here. We can't.
And it's easy. If they buy two get one free, most of the time
buy two get one free
on the hooks. Most of the time, it's going to be around $25.
Yeah.
So they just come out
and then they get the free box. And what's that box? What's the box worth?
$12, $12.95.
So you get buy two get one free on Gamakatsu hooks.
Right.
Any hook, Nautilus, Octopus.
Oh yeah, as long as it's Gamakatsu. Right.
Yeah.
Or if they buy a tool, or if they buy some of the blue boxes inside, or if they buy a GC 3000.
Any Gamakatsu item.
Any Gamakatsu item.
I'm going to tell you something. The Gamakatsu knife is probably one of the best knives I've ever touched. They are so sharp, and they hold that edge so well.
Yeah, they do.
And do you have those here?
We do. We've got them in the booth.
Okay.
You can check them out, both the EDCs and the fillet knives.
Okay. So. Yeah. EDC is an everyday carry.
Everyday
so you can
carry.
have a pocket knife. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Just like that.
Like to see, show it to the camera. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But well, thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. Gamakatsu, you're right at the booth right there. Can't miss them.
Right there.
Gamakatsu right there, and go by and take advantage.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks for all your support of Let's Talk Hookup.
Rick,
we sure
before you leave, I want to tell everybody that's listening, Rick is probably, arguably, my oldest friend in the industry. In 1981...
Wait a minute, he's my oldest friend. Wait a minute. Yeah.
In 1981, I went to the Dakota Sales Show, and here's this 20-something guy with Scrounger Lure doing figure eights.
Wow.
And it turned out it was Rick Carr, and then he was also the pen rep at the time, and so we have known each other since 1981.
1981.
And just have always clicked and been great friends. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. I enjoy Rick so much.
He's the man.
That's longer than I've been alive.
That's a long time. I've been around a little while. I'm kind of in the same group, but Rick, that's so cool.
Thanks,
Rick does so much for the industry, and he does so much for many people in the industry.
And I'm stoked on these great scissors.
Yeah,
that was one of those things that, like, well, of course they make a ceramic scissor. Who else would do that? Like, that was one of those aha moments where, like, well, why didn't anybody think of that first?
Know, right?
Captain.
Hi, Frank.
Well, good morning.
What's up?
Well, everything's up.
Look at this event, huh?
You know, Pete, I as you know, earlier this year I made a prediction about that yellowfin being up here by June.
Yes.
So I'm afraid to say anything.
Yeah. Well, it took a little while, but it's here.
All I can say right now is, this season for long-range fishing has been the most phenomenal season I can remember in my entire life. Okay.
Wow, is that saying something?
Especially for the yellowfin tuna.
How many years?
Never.
A lot.
Over 50 years.
Yeah.
So 59 to be exact.
Best,
but
50 years.
Pete, we've never had 50 to 75-pound yellowfin on the ridge.
Yeah.
And we've had them all through August, September, October, and then the fish is off Hippolito. The quality and the grade and the quality of the fish the guys are getting just 110 to 150 miles down, 50 to 90 pounds.
Unbelievable.
That's usually 50. A lot of times it's 5 to 8 pound fish, right?
Sure.
And other times, if you're lucky, you're really happy if they're 15 to 20 pound fish. But 50 to 90, no.
It's the same grade fish, right, as the Ridge?
It's amazing.
It's the same batch?
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
So the thing is, it's not just good fishing, it's off the charts fishing. Ron was telling me that literally you drop a bait or a lure or anything over the side and you're bit almost instantly.
It's unbelievable.
That's how good it is.
That's the way it's been,
Yeah.
And that can, fish have tails. That can change any time.
Oh, sure.
But
it's been that way for how long?
Months.
Well, all the way since late July.
Late July.
Okay. And I thought for sure it's not going to last, but God, it's been amazing. And the wahoo fishing at Aleos, that finally tapered off just the last 3 days, to where they're only catching 8 or 10 a day there. But
that was good.
There's wahoo outside the ridge. I'm kind of thinking we're going to have some good wahoo fishing in November.
Wow.
But who knows?
Yeah.
And the other thing is I think there's going to be great fishing in December here within 150 miles of San Diego.
No reason for it to go, huh?
Last 5 years in a row, Aliar on the Supreme has had limits of bluefin and yellowfin down 150, 180 miles.
Wow.
That's on his Christmas trip.
On the Christmas trip.
So there's openings, I think, all the boats, the Independents,
I know.
all of them.
I know we have on our Let's Talk Hookup trip in December on the Royal Players.
You have one opening. One opening.
Yeah.
That's correct. And it's scattered like that.
Yeah.
I know we have a 4-day trip with, no, that one's full. We have a 3-day trip with one opening. We have a 10-day trip with one opening. So there's scattered
3-day trip on the Royal Players?
Yes. 3-day trip.
And that's plenty of time to go get that.
That's in November, yes.
Yeah.
All that big yellow.
So, I mean, if anybody's interested, I'm not just talking about Polaris Supreme or any, I'm talking about the whole fleet.
The whole range.
There are scattered openings everywhere if somebody wants to go fishing.
It's pretty amazing to see almost all the boats out fishing in November, right?
It is amazing.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. So,
Tomahawk, is Tomahawk going to be running here some trips?
They're in for maintenance right now.
Okay.
And certainly if this continues on, I mean, it looked like the season was all but over. And
so it goes
we
into
had a restart here about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So after he's done with that maintenance, he'll be back up and running. And several of the boats have trips scheduled right on through November. And,
wow.
And again, the last few years we've had an isolated tuna catch in December. So, and this weekend was supposed to be the first big northern storm that got through. Well, it got stalled again. So that just pushes us back maybe another couple of weeks before the first one.
And then we have a Santa Ana condition happening on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Pete, it's going to be the typical thing that happens. We're going to run out of people before we run out of fish.
Yeah.
Okay?
But the cool thing about it was people were kind of going over I've had enough bluefin this year. And then all of a sudden you get this resurgence of this giant yellowfin.
Well, and you know what a lot of people are learning? I've asked several people that have gotten off these trips, well, what do you think about the tug-of-war between a yellowfin and a bluefin? I go, a lot different.
Yeah, a lot different. Yeah, there's no question.
So we don't always just go fishing for meat. We also go fishing for fun and the camaraderie.
That's the whole idea, right?
That's a big part of it. And the funny thing about it is every year our Christmas trips, the one December 26 to 31, Royal Polaris has 11 openings. Shogun has openings. All the boats have some openings.
Wow.
Supreme is full, but anyhow.
And that's when?
December 26th.
And that's how many days?
5 days.
They're all 5 days.
It's a great trip for Dad to take his son or his daughter home.
Yeah, between
home
Christmas
from college.
and New Year's.
You bet.
Yeah, for sure. We just finished our Let's Talk Hookup 7-day trip on the Shogun, and that trip is now officially a 7-day trip every October.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah, it is not going back to a 6-day.
No.
It's a 7-day, so you can take advantage of that, fish on the ridge, the rocks, whatever. So, and there's actually spots available in next October, which doesn't happen too often.
That is correct.
Yeah. So
it looks like Jonathan's calling me right now.
he's going to give you a live report, right, from the boat.
Jonathan, are you there?
Yeah. Okay, live report from the Royal Players right now with Jonathan, right?
Are you there, Jonathan?
Yeah. But anyway.
While Frank's getting that too,
I didn't get to it fast enough.
I really wanted to acknowledge, we really pride ourselves in having a big raffle here at Tackle Days. It's something we spend a lot of effort into. And again, we talked about already, all of the money goes to Friends Are All. The second that Frank heard that, he gave so generous as he always does. I mean, what really our anchor prize, what guys are so excited for, there is both a $300 gift certificate that's good for any trip on the Royal Polaris, and another separate $300 gift certificate for any trip on the Shogun.
Wow.
And I just wanted you to know how much we appreciate that, Frank.
Yeah.
And, all that money is going to take kids fishing, and I really hope everybody comes out to support. We've got an awesome raffle, and we sure appreciate the
support. And that's just a part of Tackle. What do you think of this event that your two partners here put together for today, huh? The Tackle Day.
You know what, Pete? I think every day that I come down to this landing that I got to be one of the luckiest people in the world. It's just,
it's a pretty cool place to hang out.
I can't even call it to going to work.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. When you talked me into putting the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup here right next to the landings, what is that, like 20 years ago or something like that, or 25 years ago?
It's exactly 20 years ago.
It's 20 years ago.
Yep.
And I said, I don't know if I can afford that, Frank. He goes, you can't not afford to be here. Just get the office. And he was right. And this is the place where the buzz happens.
Yes.
Right here. This is where
sport fishing happens.
This is where everything happens, right here at Fisherman's Landing.
Anyhow, Pete, thank you for all you've done for the industry.
Well, thank you, Frank. Appreciate you coming by, and thanks for all your support and all you do for the industry. Keep it rolling.
That's fun. All right, hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming here, including we're going to find out what's biting in the East Cape. We got catch reports, phone calls, more stand-up mic questions, and more. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup live at Tackle Days on 1090 on Sports Grid Radio Network and that Let's Talk Hookup app.
Hey everyone, James Holst here with Norsk Lithium, the official battery partner of Let's Talk Hookup. Here at Norsk Lithium, we have two goals that drive who we are and what we do. The first is to make the highest quality, longest lasting lithium batteries available with a complete lineup of batteries that include 12, 24, 36 volt and starting batteries. Second, in addition to offering a 10-year warranty on all lithium marine batteries, we provide amazing customer service before and after the sale. Check us out online at norsklithium.com. That's Norsk lithium.com, or call us at 831-232-9063. Or to see Norsk Lithium batteries in person, stop by the Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood or Anglers Marine in Anaheim and see why Norsk Lithium batteries should be in your boat.
No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered. Norsk Lithium.
Great fishing is what Seaforth Sports Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, Elgato Doe, Pride, Polaris Supreme, Tribute, Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hard-working crew will make sure your fishing experience is one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day open party trips on the spacious and comfortable Liberty. Since we introduced the full-day trips at Fisherman's Landing, the 85-foot Liberty has become a favorite among full-day operations with bunks for your comfort, huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big modern galley and 2 interior heads with showers. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can easily be booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, and it's our largest sale ever. Plenty of seminars by saltwater experts and over 20 reps from tackle manufacturers like Daiwa, Salty Crew, Maxell, Iser, and Two Fish Jigs. Don't miss all the great seminars, the huge raffle to benefit Rollo Kids, the popular casting contest, and of course, the huge sale. For the best ever tackle bargains, check out Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code Seafood Group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Catine, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.